Looks like we're live now. Only that doesn't seem to be what we want. It's like oh, I guess over here it shows the control panel of current viewers. So maybe we're totally live.
That's great. Hello, welcome. I am so tired today. How are you all?
Well, they're fantastic. There's zero of them.
We had a lot of replays of last week's video, which made me laugh a little bit because there were so few people in the live that it was very hard to figure out what to talk about or how to talk about it. But there were people who came back and watched it after that. So that was very interesting.
You stopped talking so often during that live stream. I had to prod you to talk about animals and critters. But I think we're forgetting the most important part of the broadcast.
Yeah, what coffee are we drinking today, Peter?
So today we are drinking a Sonnet by Penstock Coffee Roasters. I'm sorry. Penstock Coffee Roasters. Hopefully they're not mad at me and maybe they'll sponsor us in the future. It is tasting of strawberry, orange, cake, and fig. And it's got a name that derives from Shakespeare's Sonnet 18.
And how do you like the coffee?
Oh, it's fabulous. It's the best part of the broadcast.
Well, it might be the best part of the broadcast, but I liked last week's coffee better.
Burn!
There goes that sponsorship.
My heart is broken.
I know.
Did you bring anybody to play with today?
I did. I was going to start with this. So I was watching a YouTube video not that long ago, and they did a trigger warning. And the trigger warning was because she was going to show you lotus pods with holes, and some people have a phobia of holes. And so she just wanted to make sure that people were prepared for this object to come onto screen. And I don't have anything holy today, but I do have something that's pretty creepy crawly, and if that is something that will be an issue, then yeah, what does that mean? We definitely are having some interesting tech challenges today. So how we had been setting it up is not currently the way that we're doing this, and so there's a question of whether or not we're actually live. And there's a warning on there that, what does the warning say?
I think we're actually live. It may not like my camera.
Your camera doesn't look that great today.
Well, we're actually going off the Nikon there.
The camera?
We are going off the camera. The
I
lighting
see.
here is totally problematic, though.
Yeah, and I'm very dark today because of it.
Did you want to switch to the other camera? We can totally switch to the other camera.
I don't have a preference, and neither does anybody watching.
What? You don't think the viewers at home are super... See, there we go. See, we have the other camera over here. But you don't really like this camera over here either.
Why is that?
I don't know. You're just not into it.
Oh, it is a little bit blurry. Now the lighting problem isn't there. So, and the trigger warning is, though, that this is a creepy crawly something that I'm going to show off. So if that is something that'll cause you to have issues, then you should look away. But this is a giant African millipede, and I think she's super duper cool. And she's big enough to breed, and we've got a boyfriend with her. And so what you need to do to get them to breed is to actually cycle them. So right now they are in the hot, dry season, and the hope is that during this season they will be preparing to make babies, and then when it rains again, then they will breed and lay eggs, and by late fall, we'll have little babies in there. We might not actually know if we've got babies yet, though, because they stay buried for quite a while. And if you dig them up, you can hurt them. So it's kind of a waiting game for them to come to the surface and eat the food, and then you know whether or not you have babies. But they're super cool, and I actually picked up 3 pair a while back, and I really dig them. So a lot of millipedes are pretty shy, and they don't open up, but the giant, they relax and they'll climb all over you. Some millipedes will, they call it rasping. They will actually chew on you to try and taste whether or not your food. It usually doesn't hurt, but it does feel kind of uncomfortable. The giant millipedes don't do that, and they've got that cool wave walk, which I just think is a lot of fun. And then they'll just chill out with you. I did see somebody who was handling one at a show, and the millipede did get tired, and then it curled up into a ball and wouldn't come back out. But for the most part, super cool critters, and a lot of fun.
So now that you've managed to creep out half of your fans and disappointed all of my fans for the entire time, let's try that other camera out real quick. If you hold it up right to that camera, see how good of a picture they can get of that.
It doesn't want to focus. It definitely needs way better lighting.
That's very true. We need better light in here. So we've got a different camera. We should try your phone next time.
Okay. We can do that. Come on, you gotta go back in. No, we're done playing.
Yes, she talks to them like that all the time. No, they never listen.
So, back into the not as creepy crawly. I usually think of the ball pythons totally as Peter's thing. And it's not that I dislike ball pythons, but feeding them really stresses me out. So I usually, I usually don't think of ball pythons as my pet. He's getting so many spots.
You don't get to have any pets.
Okay, not my jam usually. We were at a show around Christmas time though, and I saw this guy. So this, hey, let's turn your head. This is Nicholas. And Nicholas is a asphalt banana calico Enchi ball python. And so he's got the really pretty yellows from the banana, but he's got all that high white. I'm moving too much. Doesn't want to focus, honey. He's got the high white from the calico, and then the Enchi makes that pattern come right down the spine with all of these like little branches. I'm not actually sure what asphalt does in this, but I did like him more than his brother who didn't have asphalt. And so I fell in love with him, and he's a sweetheart. He's definitely a baby. And Peter got him for me for Christmas. And so then he came to our house, and our hope is to get him up to breeding size fairly quickly so that he can make us some cool bananas. And one of the girls we're going to pair him with is our banana girl, so we can get maybe some super bananas. Last year when I paired her with a banana, I had hope for lots of bananas, and we had 7 eggs, and we got 2 bananas and a super banana, and that was it for the bananas. It was a little bit disappointing, but definitely shows you how those odds work. Sometimes you get crazy good odds, sometimes you get just interesting odds in general, and other times you get really bad odds. We paired a spider ball python, and there's a lot of controversy in that morph, and so I didn't know how well it would go to sell spider babies, and she had 6 babies, and none of them are spiders. What are you looking at?
I can
Let's see why we're having problems.
Why are we having problems?
The network's not hooked up.
Oh. How could you not have your network hooked up?
Network is kind of overrated. Let's see. There it is.
Here, you should show off this girl. Or not. No, you're not going to talk at all. You're going to leave it all to me.
No, I'm not gonna leave it all to you.
There we go. Excellent connection. There we go. Are we back? I think we're back.
Okay.
See, no more bad connection.
Our warning went away. Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm. And there we go.
Camera still doesn't want to focus on the critter. You gotta put it right in front of your face.
There we go. That's Lizzie.
Do you remember what Lizzie is?
No, of course I don't remember what her silly jeans are. She's just pretty.
So for those that have met Loki at the shows, Lizzie is actually Loki's baby, and her dad is an Orange Dream clown. And it's a little complicated because we're not 100% certain what Lizzie is, but we think she is a Pastel Fire, Orange Dream, Het for clown, and Het for hypo, because her mom is hypo.
And she looks
Or orange
just
toast.
like her mom and just like her dad.
Neither. Is that what you mean?
What? You don't think she looks like her
I
mother?
do not think she looks like her mother.
Well, then she must look like her father.
I don't think she looks like her father.
Then are you sure that, that's the right parentage?
I'm positive.
It seems complicated. Your whole genes thing is very complicated. I've never understood it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, all we know is you're pretty.
Okay. Oh man, he moved.
Who moved?
Oh, Oakley looked like he was holding up the wall in his deli cup. And I was gonna try to sneak him over there to show him holding up the wall in his deli cup. But he moved.
Awesome.
So he's not doing it anymore. Okay, so into one of my favorite species. This girl is super shy still, and she rattled her tail a bunch when I got her out. She is gorgeous. So when I'm looking for jeans and looks that I want to put into Scaleless, I am looking for things that with high contrast, and this girl is not focused upon. She's gonna wiggle too much for the camera to focus on her.
There you go.
Yeah, just move cameras. So this girl here is she's what's called an AML, which is the fancy name for albino in corn snake. And she is a high white and red albino with lots of high contrast. And so I would like to raise her up and put her into, and pair her with a Scaleless boy, with the idea that we would be aiming for that high contrast, beautiful saddles on a lighter background look. And so I was pretty excited to snag her when she became available. Yeah. Oh, tail rattling again? No, you can't run away.
Just scaring the snakes, making them nervous.
She's a nervous Nelly. Yeah,
A nervous Nelly? She's a corn snake.
she's still nervous. She's still small. They don't grow that. Oop, don't get your head pinched, Goofy. And then the other corn snake I brought to show off.
It's a good thing you don't like corn snakes, huh?
I love corn snakes, but I think we have an equal number of ball pythons as we do corn snakes.
That might be because
Maybe more ball pythons.
the ball pythons seem to be a little bit easier to pick up in large numbers.
It's very easy to pick up ball pythons in quantities. Yes, definitely. So shortly after we started doing shows, we saw our first scaleless corn snake at a show, and it was actually this guy here. He is a blood red corn snake, and what this means genetically is that has a gene called diffused, and when you have a regular corn snake, this gene can make a very red animal. When you have the scaleless version, I don't feel like it is as stunning, and so I wasn't like super excited about the whole blood red thing. But there were a lot of people who really wanted this guy, and he was taken to a lot of shows, and he was listed as not for sale. And then we were vending next to his previous owner, and his previous owner had decided that he was going to get out of corn snakes because he's doing some interesting pythons, including like Angola pythons and whatnot. And so he sold off the last of his corn snakes, including this guy here, and we snapped him up along with a scaleless female and then a het scaleless female. And so he was paired this year, and will be a dad here pretty quick, because they are going to hatch. His eggs will start hatching in a couple of weeks. So I love how scaleless he is. He has very few scales. I like the scaleless more when it has a lot more contrast than he has. I do think it would be cool if he was redder, and there are some genes that might be able to be mixed with diffused to make a more red scaleless corn snake. But we'll see. The future has a lot of awesome scaleless. We're gonna have a lot of awesome scaleless. What you doing?
I was checking out our live stream.
Because we have no people, and that seems a little weird.
It does seem a little weird. I just thought I'd check it out.
I know we didn't have a ton of people the last two live streams, but we did have some.
Oh, you know, it's a new camera and everything else. I thought I'd check it out. Why not? Yeah, it definitely lags. See? Looks fantastic.
Is that right now?
Well, it lags, you know, because it takes time to send the stream over.
Oh, well, I'm just.
See, then if we switch to the other camera, see what happens here. And then it'll look like this. Of course, it takes a second.
Trying to get this here corn snake to go back in this here bin.
Well, that's hilarious. Oh, there we go. It does switch. Now, see, the problem is that it's not quite the right size.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, so it's like when you watch the movie on your television.
Okay. Did you want to show off a snake?
A snake? Why would I want to show off a snake? I don't show off snakes. I show off coffee.
Well, you like steaks too, so are you sure that that's...
See how bad
Oh, hey.
my video software.
Hello, person. We are so happy to see you. There's a person in here.
I saw.
You saw.
Let's try to get it so it works. There we go. Oh, look at that. Now we're doing better. Oh, you want me to show off this snake?
Yeah, just be gentle because she is.
You brought the female.
So there are several people who are looking forward to African house snake babies, and we do have African house snake babies currently that we're working on getting eating and all set to go. The male is a oranger color than the female, so I thought it would be cool to show off the female. Should have grabbed the male too, huh?
Yeah, probably. You want me to show her off?
Yeah, it does make sense to show her off. Except then you have to remember where. So this is the female African house snake, and she is about twice as big as her boyfriend, roughly. She is looking thick again, so we are hoping for a second clutch of eggs from her. And she is orange, but it's kind of more caramely. Would you say that?
I would agree with that.
You. We'll have to get them out side by side next time.
That'd be fun.
A lot of the babies were looking pretty pink, but now we're starting to orange up. So I do have high hopes for some really beautiful oranges. It was, you do know her tail's there, right? Okay, just making sure. No squishy tails. I have one more snake.
One more snake. That's it? You have one more snakes?
For today. I have one more snake for today.
Our viewer's gone.
We weren't entertaining enough.
I was the viewer.
Oh, that's hilarious. I thought there really was a viewer.
No, that was me. Oh wow, they're all fired up, aren't they? Oh, I see. You're gonna get one of these potentially buddy ones, huh?
It's Billy. I don't think she'll bite. You're not an egg.
That's true.
So this is Billy, and she is one of our hog noses. We definitely know she laid eggs last year, and I caught her eating them last year. She had the last egg in her mouth, and she looked up at me like, what? So she is an Arctic, and she's very beautiful. But this year, it really does look like she laid eggs, but we missed them, and she must have eaten them because they were not in her bin. Whether or not they were fertile or not, we don't know for sure. Her sister laid eggs this year, but they were all slugs. Her sister doesn't eat her eggs, so hopefully we'll be able to get some more of those in the future. Last year, we hatched 3 of Bailey's babies, and all 3 of them were super Arctics, which are really pretty. We'll have to get Sid out for you one day. We have a little girl that we held back. She's very hungry though. Sid tries to eat me every time I interact with her. Yeah?
You're still here. I don't know what you're whining about.
Oh yeah, that I haven't been eaten.
Have you been eaten yet?
I have not been eaten.
Have you
yet.
gotten bit yet?
By the hognose?
Yeah.
Not Sid.
See? What are you whining
I
about?
just move my fingers. I just don't let her eat me. Now we get the challenge.
What challenge?
We gotta hold a gecko.
How is that a challenge?
They can be jumpy. Did you know that?
What are you talking about? I've never seen a gecko jump. Oh my god, it jumped. Who is this?
This girl doesn't have a name. We should fix that. We really should.
Did you hear that? There is a naming opportunity.
Whoa! So, I am super excited about next year and blotch gargoyle geckos. So we have a couple of girls that are reticulated and 1 blotch male. This really isn't showing up well. She's beautiful, I swear. She's like, no, don't look at my back. So we have 2 reticulated females, and for gargoyle geckos, reticulated is when they're not striped, and they've got like, it almost looks like granite to me, a granite base background, and then blotches go on top of that and their colors. So this girl actually has both red and orange blotches, and so I'm really looking forward to working with her babies next year. She's also got some really great structure, and you need to turn your head a little bit more so the horns show. Yeah, I'll try to show off your horns. So, whoa, we lost the gecko. So I'm really excited to see what we can produce with actual blotched moms and not just a blotched dad. And these girls are better than their dad. He is a orange blotch, but he's not like, he doesn't have super high coverage. Then one day I was vending across the way from a guy who had the tiniest baby gargoyle that I'd ever seen for sale. It was super tiny, and it was an orange blotch, and it was even in shed, and I could just tell it was going to be pretty cool. And then it's now a lot bigger, and let's see if we can get his back. I don't know if this one's a boy or a girl yet, and the camera's not picking up those colors the way that, but he has really bright reds, and he almost glows, and I don't know if it will turn out to be a boy or a girl. It's still got about 2 years of growing before it'll be ready to pair with anybody, so it's going to be exciting to see what it looks like. Now, the camera really is not catching that. One concern is that if that color keeps spreading, then it'll be a solid colored gargoyle gecko, and instead of a blotched one. But currently it still has really cool blotching.
It's completely the camera's fault, right?
What is?
The blotch is not showing up.
Oh, it's not me? Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Okay.
Who is this?
A snowflake? Did you not know?
No, I totally know.
Okay. I was just checking. I could see it where you wouldn't know, but Snowflake was one of our favorites, so I was hoping you knew. This is Snowflake, and Snowflake's coloration really reminds me of some of the Axanthics that I've seen. As of yet, we still haven't proved whether or not she has something that's recessive that makes her this color or not. We do know that she's got really cool snowflakes, and she has that empty back going on. She's also fairly, her white is like white and not yellow. A lot of the crested geckos will have yellow coloring. And next year we'll actually prove out whether or not she has anything that's recessive or if she's just a cool gecko. It is also completely possible that she's just a cool gecko. The reason I was most excited about her today is because she had a baby hatch last night who is empty back, and I was super excited about that. This is our first empty back that we hatched out. It's actually looking like an empty back quad stripe, which is really big on one of the projects that I'm trying to do. And so I'm really excited to see how that baby grows. It's obviously super little right now, and we will have to wait and see what it's like. So guard your privacy.
What privacy?
I don't know. That's what YouTube says.
Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Well, that's because Ashley's here. Of course, it doesn't even tell us that Ashley's on the concurrent viewers, so I don't know what's going on. Of course, this is concurrent viewers 1, so this one's lagging from that one. Is that confusing enough for you? Who is this?
This is Oakley.
Hi, Oakley.
Did you know that one?
Oh, I was pretty sure. So if you bring Oakley up. Where are you going, buddy? No. We want you on camera. See? There's Oakley. Yeah. We want to show your back on. Yeah. There you go. Jill, we really need better lighting. It's the lighting.
We're going to have to work on that. So Oakley is an extreme harlequin, and he is the dad to a lot of our babies. But one of the cool things about him, a pinstripe is so strong in crested geckos these days, and they worked really hard to get pinstripes. So when they were first breeding pinstripes, they would breed animals that just had a little bit of pinning, and then they would work on getting that pinning until it created those full pins. Now finding a harlequin that doesn't have pinstripe is kind of difficult to do. So one of the things that I really like about Oakley is the fact that he doesn't have the pinstripe. So some of his babies do come out with pinstripe, but most of his babies come out with cool dorsal patterns. And then that makes them kind of unique harlequins. And he has a lot of extreme harlequins in his offspring because he's got that coverage all the way up the sides like that. him and Snowflake have some amazing babies that are all on the holdback rack that I will be showing off in the next couple of weeks. We've held back everything from Snowflake to see if she's actually something genetic research recessive, if she has recessive genetics or not. But
I needed more coffee.
yeah.
Did I miss anything? Wait, let me guess. Did you talk about animals that you're excited about and their genetics and fun upcoming things that you'd like to hatch? I'm a psychic.
True. You totally are.
Let's see.
So Ashley, you're the only one that came today at all, and we spent 30 minutes or so, 35 minutes. We did have some tech problems at the beginning, but we spent a lot of time talking to ourselves. Is there anything you want to see before we go? You did miss the female African house snake. Would you like us to get her out for you? She's too slow.
It's laggy.
Everything is a little laggy, so I'm just going to assume that you say yes.
My life.
I just assume that you say yes. So this is the female. Are you going to go grab Alton? You should. And she is obviously bigger than he is, and then has those caramely colors a little more. She is still orange, just not quite as bright. And I don't know for sure if that's like the male-female thing, but I did talk to a person who was breeding the oranges and the reds in their African house snakes, and they said that the females are just less brilliant. She is looking really thick, so I am hoping that we have another clutch of eggs coming. So she's also super relaxed and chill, and I didn't think we'd stress her out too much by pulling her out. She's a sweetheart, just like he is. Whoop. Now I got quiet. So Peter was talking to me about the fact that last week, with fewer comments, I had a harder time talking, and then that's why he was all like, I had to poke you into telling me animal facts. I really love the house snakes. I'm really excited to be working with them. The babies are so cute, and their babies are calmer than the ones that we purchased at the show a while back, so I thought that was interesting too. Oh yeah. Yeah, that definitely shows off how bright he is compared to her. They were both labeled Kenyan Red albinos, and I dropped the Kenyan Red because I don't know the breeder well enough to feel like I'm certain that that's true. The Kenyan Reds are actually a morph of the black African house snakes, and then they were bred into the Cape house snakes in order to get those reds into the albinos. And I don't know if these guys actually do have some Kenyan Red in them or not, but neither one of them seem quite red enough for that. So we're just going to go with the fact that they are T-negative albinos. What are you doing? That's not a reptile. Yeah, he is definitely much more intense. They're both very chill and quite sweet snakes. And she's beautiful. She's just not that intense color. That's definitely 100% true. It'll be really interesting to see which of the babies end up being that brighter color. We do have several of them that are looking more orange than they have been. So this is not a reptile, for anyone who doesn't know. This is our rabbit, Aries.
He needs his nails trimmed.
Well, we can definitely do that. No, he's not even in screen. You're just petting your lap. He needs a brushing too. Look at him. He's shedding like terrible. He's ready to get down and play. We learned the hard way that rabbits are not cuddly, at least not very many of them. We got a rabbit to fill the cat-shaped hole in the heart of our teenage son, and then the rabbit didn't do that, and we now have a cat too. We are also bunny sitting, which has thrown everybody off a little bit, because he's not sure what to do with that. They're not sure what to do with it, but there we go. Well, it has been a really long day. I am so glad that... Do we have 2 people on now?
That's what it says.
I'm so glad that both of you are here. But we are going to say goodnight for today. We will not be back next week because we did get into the Hickory, North Carolina show. So we will be headed to Hickory on Saturday morning. And Hickory's a little further than our normal show route too. So we'll be getting up super early. Sorry. I know it's hard to find out this way. So we'll be getting up super early. So Friday night we will be preparing to make sure that we've got everything in order and we can leave early in the morning on Saturday. And then we will be back the following Friday to do another live stream. We're really hoping to grow the live streams. If anybody has anything that they would like to see, you can message me or leave a comment on one of the posts. And we will be happy to show off a wide variety of critters and answer any questions that anyone has and ramble about how much I love animals. Peter's not so sure.
Are you sure that you can handle it? I mean, do you
Talking
feel
about-
confident that you can promise that you are capable about rambling about animals?
I am pretty capable about rambling about animals. That's how I can do the shows, because I will ramble all day.
I don't know. I've never experienced this in my life. But I do think she's super tired. So from all of us and from Aries,
He's like, what the heck?
this has been Danielle's Critters. And if we can take care of critters, so can you.